We're back. Still got my Guinness PJs on because I'm a true believer, and that is what Christmas is for. True believers. We're here today for another something that I believe in, which is any product by New Belgium, essentially. Today we are drinking New Belgium Accumulation, which is their White India Pale Ale. For any of you, we're gonna call them long-term beer nerds at this point, if you were into the beer scene in like 2013, 2014, you remember white IPAs. They were a thing. Anyway, white IPA essentially is like a really heavily wheated IPA. Honestly, if you look at it, it's gonna look very similar to some other very familiar IPAs that we see today, with the main difference being that it was more West Coast than juicy, if you will. So gaining its cloudiness and its haziness from essentially the like wit beer backbone that makes up the malt side of this beer. Hops on here are like classic New Belgium West Coast IPA, which everybody should be a fan of because they're delicious. So I am going to take my first sip out of my, at this point, vintage New Belgium glass, and we're gonna talk through some flavors. This beer is so welcoming. It brings back memories to when I first had it. It's back when I first started selling beer, honestly. So it brings back some great memories. It does have that big bitter charge of hops toward the end that gives you that like back of the mouth, like because it had that big burst of flavor that was so unlike anything else. And this beer has all of that, but with like this nice subtle roundness to the malt that doesn't, it kind of complements the hops without taking too much away, but taking enough away to make you want another sip. Now this beer falls out of the range of the other beers that we're going to cover in this series in that it's not big, dark, and malty and over the top with alcohol. This beer comes in 6.2% alcohol. So again, fairly manageable. It's something that you can drink a lot of. And sometimes during the holidays, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to need to drink a lot. I think I'm going to drink a lot of these. Anyway, till next time, for Brian here in North Texas, I'm out. Cheers.